Kay Stoeger and Kay Stoeger
Hi.
at Cold Country Vines and Wines. Okay, this is the first time I've ever got Kay to be on a video with me, and I am very excited about that. Kay is my lovely wife, if you don't already know, and we both own and operate Cold Country Vines and Wines. Right now, today, we are going to talk about our new Pearl. This is part of our wine club release. This is our whole wine club release right here. But the Pearl, we haven't released a Pearl for about a year now, or 2 years.
Yeah, a year and a half at least.
Well, actually, we used up the last Pearl a year and a half ago, and we haven't released one for about 3 or 4 years. So this is very exciting to me because this wine is the best red I've ever tasted out of a Midwest vineyard. And we just happened to hit the right combination this year, and Kay tells me that she thinks it's an amazing wine and it's comparable to a California Cabernet.
It's my new favorite by far.
Which to me is quite impressive, and if I taste it side by side with a California Cabernet, I have to agree, it's right in that ballpark, which we've never had anything like that before. So with that all being said, I always say that, with that all being said, we are going to open this up and we're going to tell you what we experience. This is called a virtual tasting, which really amounts to Kay and I drinking wine in front of you guys, talking about it.
After the wine club release, we'll possibly ask if you would like to partake in virtual tastings. Don't know if that's I heard it's a thing right now, but some people.
Okay, now you smell the cork. No cork taint. People say you shouldn't smell the cork because it's not evaluating the wine, but you smell it for cork taint, even though this is a synthetic cork, so it can't possibly have cork taint.
That's right.
The cork can't, but you can still get TCA, which is cork taint. All right, so now we're gonna pour enough in there to make it so you can get a good swirl on this glass. I talked about glasses in my last video, and very important for tasting. And you want to get enough in there so that you can get a good swirl, so that you get the full aromas. So now,
Such a pretty color.
I didn't go through all of the steps of the tasting, but this has such a heavy aroma of that plum to me. The plum really hits you hard, and a little bit of strawberry in there, which is kind of unusual for reds, but that's what I get. What do you get?
You say plum, I say sugar plum. And I get a little orange peel. Oh, it's just fruity. And to me, sugar plum sounds more enticing than plum.
Well, I gotta say, the smell is better than anything I've ever seen out of a Petite Pearl grape. We have 3.5 acres of Petite Pearl here, so it was kind of disappointing through the years. It was a brand new grape, so no one knew how to make it. The guy who probably did the best job at it was Steve Johnson, and he gave us some pointers, but I never quite got it. And now I think I finally got it. This Pearl, as long as it ages like it's supposed to, which I think it will, this is going to be a major mark in Wisconsin wine history.
Why is that
The
so
new
funny?
Pearl, well, a major mark in Wisconsin wine history. Anyway, now let's take a little taste. Now, you swish around your mouth, and you make sure your whole mouth is all immersed in it, and you usually spit it, but you can swallow it. I hate wasting wine. That's alcohol abuse. But then the second taste is the taste that you are actually evaluating. This is, to me, that finish, it's just so well balanced.
So balanced. That is exactly the word I was going to describe.
And you get that plum and maybe even a little dark cherry flavor mixed in there with that strawberry and plum.
And what I think people are going to really like is this is not oaked for a dry red. A lot of people can handle the tannins, some people can't, but there are people that really love the heavier oaked reds. Others don't care for it at all. So this is, I think, going to please all the semi-dry to dry red drinkers that really aren't interested in
I think you're absolutely right about that. And the thing is, it's got such a nice complexity already. It don't even need the oak,
No, not
which
at all.
is rare. We just had we're working on an excellent vintage of California Cabernet, and that had to have the oak, where this doesn't need it. The other surprising thing about this is Wisconsin grapes generally show no tannin whatsoever, so you actually have to buy this tannin you can buy in a bag and throw it in there to make it actually have any tannin at all. This, I did not do that. This actually has some tannin,
Natural.
good tannin in it. I don't know how that happened, but it just had to be a good year, or we picked them at the perfect time, which again, I go to my go-to guy and get information on Petite Pearl because he was like the pioneer. He lives 10 miles from us. But yeah, I'm very happy with the tannic structure of this wine. And anybody who likes a semi-dry anything, I think is going to think this is pretty good, unless you're really hooked on oak, because this has none. But most people in Wisconsin, I think, don't really need oak. They just appreciate it if it's a well-oaked wine.
Right, and that's really the mindset of California cabs or anything that's a dry is typically oaked.
Yep.
But I think you'll be very pleased for the wine club members to experience the new Petite Pearl with the addition, I don't know if Jay talked about it yet, but the add-ons for the club members.
Yep. I talked about that in the last video.
Okay.
So with that, I'd say let's toast. Kay Stoeger,
Kay Stoeger,
Coal Country Vines and Wines. Cheers.
see you next time.